Hi everyone, I'm David Ballantyne and I'm one of your Foursquare missionaries deployed to the beautiful city of Budapest, Hungary. And I want to just take a few moments and I want to introduce you to who we are and what we are doing in this amazing city. Behind me you'll see one of the scenes that I'm going to show you. This is actually one of the buildings in the Buda Castle. So I'm going to show you just a snapshot of our city and share with you a capturing of the vision of what we are doing here as your representatives to plant a church in this amazing city. Budapest has been described as a beautiful one with many beautiful faces. And let me show you just a couple of the most beautiful faces of Budapest. Look across the river, and of course you see the historic Danube River. And then one of the bridges, the most famous probably, known as the Chain Bridge. And then further downstream you have the Elizabeth Bridge. And even further downstream the Freedom Bridge. There's a total of 6 bridges that span the Danube River here at Budapest. Then across the river you see one of the most striking buildings on the skyline is St. István's Cathedral. And here across the river is also Parliament Building, which is one of the most beautiful parliaments in all of Europe. Of course, not only are the beautiful buildings one of the main attractions to the city, but also these little side streets filled with sidewalk cafes and lots of people that fill these streets every day and walk throughout the city. But I also want to show you one of the other beautiful faces of Budapest captured in this amazing structure known as St. Stephen's Cathedral. It's built 96 meters high. No other building in the city could be higher than the church. It's named after the first king of Hungary, St. Stephen, who, when he was inaugurated king, was also baptized Catholic. So for the last 1,000 years, Hungary has been known as a Catholic nation. And though that's true in terms of carrying a label, the church is really not something that people respond to. In terms of Catholic attendance, very few go to even the Catholic Church. In terms of evangelical attendance, less than 1% of the population on any given weekend are in church. So it's a very unreached, unchurched place. Budapest is a beautiful city, and we consider it a privilege to represent you here in the city, planting the first Foursquare church in the city of Budapest. There's 3 things that we're currently doing in Hungary. Number 1 is we're working with existing congregations and church pastors and leaders who are already having church. They're already existing congregations, but they have no affiliation or connection with any other church movement or denomination. And they have expressed an interest in becoming Foursquare. So what we're doing is we're working with them to adopt them into the Foursquare family by doing training with their leaders, talking about the unique dynamics of what it is to be a Foursquare church. In the next year, we will likely have 3 congregations that will be official Foursquare churches in the nation of Hungary, and so we thank God for that. Most importantly, however, from our end, is we are working with a group every Tuesday night from 6 o'clock to 9 in the evening to build a core of leaders that will become the foundation of what will be our first Foursquare church planted in the city of Budapest. These leaders are about half Hungarian, and the other half are internationals made up of Americans, Koreans, and even a German. So it's a very interesting and fun group. They're young, they're under 30, and I'm excited to be working with them. We're looking at planting in the next year or so, opening our doors in the city, and it's going to be a non-traditional church plant. It will not be a sign hung out on a street corner saying the next Foursquare church is coming to Hungary, come on in. Because honestly, with the skepticism, the way that it is in Hungary, no one is going to come in the doors just because we advertise we're a church. We have to go build relationships to people. We have to build friendships, and those bridges will become the keys to bringing people into relationship with Christ. On a monthly basis, thirdly, we're working in compassion outreaches in the city. So we're taking, for example, in 2 weeks, blankets out to the streets. We're giving away to people that live on the streets. So be praying for all three of those venues. The work with the existing church leaders, the work with our core group leaders that meet weekly, and then our compassion outreaches into the city of Budapest. We couldn't do any of this without you. Susan and I are incredibly humbled by your support, your prayer, your encouragement, but most importantly, your friendship. We couldn't do it without your partnership. We thank you so much for taking the time to view this video, and we'll get you updated here in the coming months and days regarding how each of these areas are developing. So thank you. Blessings on each one of you in your local context. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.